What's up, guys? You see the different angle of the recording. You know what time it is. New statue unboxing. Today, we're unboxing a 665 Gear 5 Luffy resin statue. You guys know I have a collection. You see it, you know it. And I have mostly League of Legends, but also some One Piece statues. And this is gonna be my very second One Piece statue, and it's gonna be, obviously, like I said, Luffy in Gear 5. If you guys don't know what statues are or how they work, so basically statues are highly limited, high quality, and quite expensive collectibles made by studios. This particular statue is made by Jimei Palace. Most of these are made by Jimei Palace, except for the Vice statue, that's made by Infinity Studio. And these resin statues are very high quality, hand-painted collectibles. As I already mentioned, I paid $665 for this statue. However, that would have been with sea shipping, so I did pay an extra $160 to get airplane shipping. So in total, I paid over $800. However, if you're more patient, you could have gotten it for $665. I think it's sold out right now. No idea. By the way, this is not sponsored. I paid for this with my own money. This is my own collection, my own review. I do this for myself. Okay, I'm not getting paid to say anything. So, without yapping too much, let's get started with the unboxing. So, this is the box. From the front, you can see it's the statue preview already, and it says Luffy Gear 5. Really cool. I love the background. I love the colors. On the side, you have Ani Kingdom. Now, Ani Kingdom is Jimei Palace, but it's like a different statue line from Jimei Palace. They just call it differently, but this is from Jimei. On the back, you have some more details and the statue from a different angle. On the other side, you have the same logo again. And then at the top of the box, you can see the entire statue again, Luffy Gear 5, officially licensed by One Piece, Toei Animation, Eiichiro Oda. This is a really official product. No fakes, no nothing. And that's what I forgot to mention. This is the very first licensed Gear 5 resin statue on the market. There is some other Gear 5 figures, but those are not made out of resin. So this is the very first high quality collectible out of resin for this particular character in One Piece. Before we start building, let me quickly explain what this statue is even about. Luffy is the main character in One Piece, and there is this moment in the no Kuni arc where he is fighting one of the strongest characters in the universe, which is called Kaido. In that fight, Luffy awakened Gear 5, and this statue portrays a scene where Luffy basically activated Gear 5 and he was in the clouds and he was throwing and controlling lightning, and he was throwing it towards Kaido in the battle. And this statue is gonna be a diorama, a dynamic shot of that scene. So this is gonna be the very first piece, and it's always the base. And the base is basically a mix of mountains and clouds. It is a beautiful base, and it basically encapsulates the entire environment. They are on top of Onigashima, which is like this big rock skull head. They're also like in the sky at the same time. So you can see a bunch of cloud formations, you can see some rock formations, some mountains here, some hills here. Overall, really beautiful looking base with many details. And like I said, this is just the beginning. As always, this is what the bottom of the base looks like. You can see this statue is limited to 500 pieces internationally. I have number 159, and it's a nice little black and white picture of this statue as well. There's also some extra goodies, of course, with this statue. They give you some soft gloves that you can wear if you want to. I personally don't like them, but they are part of the product, so you have some gloves. You also get a certificate of authenticity that I'm gonna unbox later on with a nice wax sealing as well, so that's pretty cool. You also get a cute little dust brush, so you can brush off some dust on the statue after some time if you don't have any protection. And last, but actually most importantly, you also get a cool little instruction booklet, basically a instruction booklet that shows you how to build and assemble and deassemble or whatever, take apart your statues. Now we can get started with the building process. So first up, we have this huge lightning piece with a gigantic dark cloud attached. I don't want to break anything, so this is really difficult to show. But yeah, we have a big piece here that is going to attach directly into the base. And yeah, I love the resin, I love the clear, I love the way it looks. And this piece will attach right here. Okay, so this is what it looks like once it's attached, and now I can show it way better as well. It's basically one huge lightning bolt coming out of the base with this beautiful looking cloud attached. I mean, just check it out. It is really cool looking. This is what it looks like from this side, and this is what it looks like from this side. And we're gonna build on top of this as well. Okay, next up, we have a similar piece. This time it's a thinner piece of lightning, and again, it's totally beautiful. You can see the light blue lightning with some rocks as well for some special effects. In my other hand, you can have another bigger piece of a thunder cloud where it's coming out of, and we're gonna attach it onto this big cloud. Okay, the second piece has been added. It goes right here into the big cloud, and now it goes all the way down here, and you can already see, like, just with these two singular lightnings, it's already very, very massive. Look at this. That looks insane. That looks sick. Okay, next up is actually the star of the show without a head. This is gonna be Luffy's body, and look at the chest, look at the scar, look at the muscle definition. Beautiful looking piece. The clothes are amazing, insane details on everything. The purple scarf hanging off his waist. You can see the gummy way his feet look and his skin looks. So yeah, this is Luffy right here. You can see that his legs do have the rubbery look, and obviously he just looks basically perfect. He looks amazing. Before we add Luffy to the statue, we have to add this, which is his right arm, and you can see it is holding one gigantic piece of lightning. And again, this statue is full of clear resin, this clear blue resin with different shades of blue. It starts off with a white in the center, and as it goes to the outsides, it's gradually darker blue, even a little bit of purple up here, as you can see. I love the paint job, I love the color grading. It is absolutely phenomenal looking. So we're gonna add this to the body, and then we're gonna add both together on the statue. Okay, and this is what that looks like. This is from the right side where you can see the entire lightning and his arm, and then this is what it looks like from the other side right here. This thing is really big, but yeah, this already looks absolutely breathtaking, and we haven't even added the rest of it yet. So you can see that he's in a diving pose towards the bottom. Very cool stuff. Next up is his other hand, and you can see, just like the rest of his body and his limbs, it has this rubbery feel to it. You can see some scar details here. Obviously the knuckles look beautiful, and again, his fingers, you can see the texture on the fingers. Very nice stuff. And one more time I'll mention it. This resin, the lightning piece, looks absolutely beautiful. White in the center, darker blue on the outsides, with a touch of purple at the tip. Beautiful. I love it. So let's attach it. Okay, so his left hand is added, as you can see. You have both fists now. The only thing left is his head, and the rest of course, but I love it. This is what it looks like. I'm actually slowly running out of space. Now this is the lightning piece that is gonna attach onto his left hand and the back of the base. So you can see that in his fist, there is this lightning right here. Well, this is the rest of it. It is a gigantic piece of resin, again, with the same beautiful blue color. And you also have some tiny rocks on top of the lightning as well for some more effects. So the piece has been added, and now it looks way more cohesive, as you can see. It goes all the way from the back here to the front, almost outside of the camera angle, connecting to his left hand right here. So this is one big piece of lightning. The thing that I love is that you can see he's bending the lightning like a rubber band because of his Gear 5 abilities. He can just manipulate the lightning as he wants. So beautiful, beautiful. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. Okay, next up we have some smaller details. First off, we have this little dark cloud piece. Then we have another smaller piece of lightning right here, and another dark cloud piece, just like this. So all the three details have been added, as you can see. Cloud number 1 right here, then some extra lightning effects right here, these ones, and then another cloud here. All right, it's starting to have shape, guys. Very nice looking. Moving on. All right, next up, we have another piece of lightning right here. It's hard for me to show it. There's lots of lightning going on this statue. Another one. Again, look at the beautiful colors. Beautiful colors right here. Insane. So this piece goes right here, coming out of the big cloud right here, which is basically a effect from this big lightning in his right hand coming out right there. And next up, we have another lightning piece, which is gonna be the previous one's brother. That's gonna go right there. Right there. So this was attached right here next to this. So here's all the lightning going all the way through to the back. This is what this looks like. So next up, another piece of lightning connected with a cloud right there. Boom. All right. So this got attached right here, going all the way over here and then up there. We're almost finished. All right, next up, one of many, another piece of lightning. Looks beautiful, just like the rest. All right, that piece of lightning was put right here at the base, right there. Okay, now it gets exciting. Next up is Luffy's awakened devil fruit clouds or aura or whatever you want to call it. So that looks really, really sick. And of course, the iconic straw hat from Luffy. You can even see the stitches on the top where Buggy stabbed the hat many hundreds of episodes ago. And it also has a little string as well. So what you do is you basically combine these together first. Just like that. They are magnetized together. And next up, it comes onto his neck. Okay, so you can see now around Luffy's neck is the straw hat with the little rope. And you can see the aura as well now from his awakened devil fruit. Very tough to build, I'm not gonna lie, but it does look really good. Now, a huge highlight, the head. Look at that head. I mean, I try to come as close as possible, but this head looks amazing. Beautiful white hair. It does look really nice. The colors are amazing. He has these pink eyes. I love the effects on the forehead, the scars, the wounds on his face, the hair, the way it's white but also kind of gray, and the shadowing. Absolutely beautiful head. And this is what it looks like when it's attached. Looking right down. Now obviously, who is Luffy fighting against? And it is indeed Kaido, and they do give you a tiny, hilariously cute mini Kaido. You can see some slight details of his scales, his cape. For his size, he does look really nice. Now, Jime Palace is giving you two ways to actually display this. First of all, they give you this small rock piece with a peg with a hole at the top where you can put Kaido on top. So together, it looks just like this, where he is looking up, and then you can attach this right here to the front of the base, just like that. And when you do that, you have the dynamic of the giant Luffy looking up at the Kaido, so you can have this scene from the anime right there. I think this is like right there, the position where Luffy does this attack. You can see the back of Kaido and Luffy in the air. Now, if you don't like this Kaido and you think it's a bit goofy or whatever, then that is also okay. Jime Palace actually gives you another duplicate of this rock, however, without the holes for Kaido, so it looks way more cleaner, and then you can just put it just like that. And then you have no Kaido, you have just Luffy all by himself, which also looks really cool. Me personally though, if you ask me, I do very much prefer the Kaido as a part of the statue. I like this way more personally. So this basically concludes the building process. This is what the statue looks like in its finished form. It is huge, it is massive. The size of this is gigantic. It does have a diameter of like 60 centimeters. It is gigantic. This statue also has some cool little electronic features. So why don't we check those out next? Right here is a USB-C jack, and you can add some power to it. So I have some electricity here. I have my USB-C cable. Let me plug it in. Oh. And I don't know if you can hear this. So this thing has sound, it has the LED lightning effects, and you also get a remote control where you can change up the modes. So you can have a mode like this, where it shows the lightning effects, however with no sound, obviously because sound permanently will be really annoying, right? And then you can click it again. Now it is in constant lightning, where it's just permanently illuminated. And I'm not gonna lie, this thing is like lighting up my face. Can you see how bright this is? Look at my face. My camera can barely adapt. And then if you click again, it turns off. And the first click again, is it necessary? No. Is it cool as hell? Fuck yes. It's really cool. I love the 3 different modes where you can have lightning effect with music or sound. Then you have the lightning effect, but it's quiet. And then one more time, it is static. Now, of course, let's turn off the lights. Hold on a second. So this is what it looks like with the lights turned off. And you can see and it's pitch black in here. If I turn it off, it's literally darkness. Look how absolutely magnificent this looks. So let me turn it off real quick. Boom! Pitch black. You cannot see anything. And then you turn it on. Phenomenal. Absolutely breathtaking. This is probably the coolest LED on a statue I've ever seen so far. It looks insane. And again, the constant mode is like a night lamp. Actually, it's stronger than a night lamp. It's like a lamp. Beautiful. Crazy. I love this. This is sick. Let's quickly go over the rest of what we have here. You get the brush, you get the gloves. What you also get is this heavy metal golden Monkey D. Luffy accessory that you can put next to your statue. At the front, you can see the One Piece emblem with Monkey D. Luffy and his face. And at the back of it, you can see the edition size and what number you got. Absolutely beautiful. And they also give you a small little branded acrylic display where you can put this metal piece on top. So it's gonna look something like this. Just like that. Very cool stuff. Now, for the final, let me quickly unbox the certificate. Again, wax sealed envelope. Opened up like this. And then you just pull it out like that. It's a beautiful, thick certificate with your written edition number and the officially licensed certification. I like the way it shines. So yeah, overall, is this worth $665? Haters might say no. I am gonna say yes. This is gonna have a special place in my collection. I love it. Jime Palace did a phenomenal job. This is the only Gear 5 resin statue, and it's probably the best. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next unboxing. Peace!